Hi everyone. Hey, most of you recognize what this is. That's a pulse width modulator. It's a 30 amp. People are using them to run their hydrogen generators. I took and sealed all the electronics on both sides and took the potentiometer off of this end because I want to mount this under the hood and keep my wires short, my high amperage wires. So I took that potentiometer off and I mounted it inside my EFIE box. My EFIE box I just built today. That is an electronic fuel injection enhancer. This knob controls the potentiometer. These three wires will be extended and hooked up to this underneath my hood. This goes underneath my dash. This is going to control my pulse width modulator so I can adjust the current going to my hydrogen generator. But as most of you know, you have to adjust your oxygen sensors so your computer so you can lean out your computer so you get the better fuel economy. Well, so that's what I did. There is two potentiometers here. These knobs control two different potentiometers. There's a green light, and then there's a switch to turn it on and off. That switch is also going to control a relay that turns my my pulse width modulator on and off, which will run my hydrogen generator. So with one switch, everything turns on or off. It's going to be wired up to an ignition hot engine running 12 volt source, so it'll only run when the engine's running. The reason why I spent quite a bit of time today working on this is that there's quite a bit inside this here. There's two AA batteries that this unit runs on. Because I have two oxygen sensors, I wanted to keep them in completely separate from each other. So to do that, I wired these up so each one of these batteries, this is not 3 volts, it's 1.5 and 1.5 going to each one. The potentiometers along with some resistors lower the voltage going to my computer down to 0.7 volts. That's going to be added to the signal that's coming out of the oxygen sensors, which is close to, I suppose it's close to 4 volts, I think it is. So if I open this up, you'll see why it took me so long to make this thing. It's quite a bit to it. In here, packed in here, there's my green light, that LED, the two potentiometers. This here is another small 12 volt relay. So when I turn that switch on, I'm using the 12 volts from the car to drive this switch, or to drive this relay, but this relay is driven off of this switch here. So that turns my battery power that goes through the resistors and through the potentiometers and out these 4 wires. 2 wires go to one oxygen sensor, the other 2 go to the other 2 oxygen sensors. There they are, they're labeled right there. These 3 wires here go to this potentiometer that's buried underneath here, that's hooked up to this chrome knob. I actually made that aluminum knob and polished it. I made that on my Smithy milling machine. That's it right there up on the bench. Any rate, so that you can't even see it. I mean, there is a lot of stuff packed into this little box. It really